one of my favorite strategies in parenting, and that is these two basic questions. Is it working? Does it feel good? So a lot of times we are always wondering, are we doing the right thing? Am I making the right choices? Is this the right thing to be doing? Or someone will suggest that we do something else because they disagree with what we're doing, or they don't think that what we're doing is the best thing to be doing. And so what I want you to do is ask yourself these two questions. Is it working? And does it feel good? If you can answer yes to those two questions, keep doing it. There's nothing that needs to change, right? You do not need to change whatever strategy you're using, whether it's for sleep or breastfeeding or behavior, or just a strategy for maintaining your house. If it's working for you, your child, and your family as a whole, and it feels good, keep doing it. Now, if the answer to either one of those questions is no, then it's probably time to come up with a different strategy. Does it feel good? Yeah, it might feel good, but is it working? It's not really working. It's either not working for me or it's not working for my kid. And if you can't answer yes to one of those questions, it probably means it's time for something to shift. Now, you might not know what that shift is, and that's a different thing of finding the right next thing of what's going to feel good and what's going to work for you and your child and your family. But this is always a good simple gauge point for you to check in on anytime you're questioning if what you're doing is the right thing, or if somebody else is questioning you if what you're doing is the right thing. Is it working? Does it feel good? Really, really quickly, right? Does it work for you, your child, and your family? And does it feel good? Now, it might not work, but it feels good. So any combination of those two questions is possible in what you're doing, right? If it feels good and it's working and you answer yes to both of those, good, keep doing it until one of those becomes not true. It's not working or it doesn't feel good. If it doesn't feel good, but it's working, right? So you're sleeping with your child, you're co-sleeping with them, that feels pretty crappy to you in that moment, but it's working, your kid's sleeping, but you hate it, then it's not really working. It doesn't feel good, even though it's getting everybody some sleep, but you don't feel good about it. That's a bad place to be in. Same thing of a parenting strategy, a discipline strategy that you're using. If you're like, well, it kind of works, but I feel gross doing it, there's another strategy we can find for you. It's really hard to stay consistent in a discipline strategy that doesn't feel good, right? And also creates all this underlying crap that you don't want to have to deal with, that's going to come up later for either you or your child. So if it is not working, or it doesn't feel good, or it's very possible that it's not working and it doesn't feel good, then we want to find you another strategy. But I also want to empower you that if it feels good and it's working, you get to keep doing it, regardless of what anybody else is saying about it. A parenting expert, a friend, a parent, a neighbor, whoever. Stay in your power of it feels good and it's working for my family. Only change something if it doesn't feel good or it's not working.